There are so many games that shape my life in some way. Many of them help me find comfort in solitude, others help me make friends, and considering I'm about to turn 25, there's a lot to look back on. Games like Bioshock, Diddy Kong Racing, Banjo-Kazooie, Sly Cooper, Wind Waker, all have special places in my heart. But let's start at the beginning. Christmas Day, 1996.
Oh my God!
Santa finally wises up and gets me a Nintendo 64 with, of course, Super Mario 64 wrapped with it. This was the point of origin for my love of gaming. I casually explored every single level and saw how far I could push myself to getting all 120 stars. It was what I always think of first when I remember my childhood. But like everyone else, as you get older, your tastes slowly start to evolve and you're playing more difficult and controversial games, seeing where you find yourself most comforted or most challenged and with the most enjoyment. As Nintendo evolved to the Switch, I still see that the value of games I loved and cherished as a 5-year-old were still being valued today. This comes with a bit of sadness and fascination for me. The gaming community doesn't play these old games with the same way anymore. Despite most games having a fixed difficulty, people are pushing them to their absolute limit, finding the cracks and bugs in it, and exploiting all weaknesses of the game to achieve perfect run times. And these aren't obvious exploits. This really makes you think if the developers even thought their games could be cracked like an egg. Super Mario 64 took 3 years in development, and people are beating it 100% in record time, which is crazy to me, how we've not only been able to crack these games against the developers' intentions, but have also been able to introduce our own modifications. This is just mind-boggling to me on a level I can't even comprehend. And to a lot of people, I think it breaks the integrity of the games that they grew up loving. Where we knew it as a linear path, you had to complete World 1 to get to World 2, and World 2 to get to World 3. But like I said earlier, we can clip through walls to bypass the game's rules and mechanics, making the rules seem like a suggestion more than a boundary. It's amazing the lengths that people go to destroy the foundation a game is built on, and turn it into a whole new experience. If you have the time, I strongly encourage you to look at speedrun attempts and just watch the most difficult games look like a cakewalk. People spend ludicrous hours fighting the laws of the game to push the envelope to its limit. I have to ask, can the game still be fun? And what is the ultimate reward at the end of the perfect run? Is the dedication and perseverance worth it all at the end? If you see my videos, you know I play a ton of Overwatch, and specifically a ton of Hanzo. I think if I was ever the number 1 Hanzo, the game would altogether stop being fun for me. Knowing I reached the rank I think is better than maintaining it. Let's just say I made number 1 rank today. Then what? Do I just play the game every day for the rest of my life? You know, making sure that no one takes my spot as number 1? I thought about this for a while and it kind of upset me thinking about how someone's journey for perfection was finally attained after trial and tribulation, and once it's over, do you just, I don't know, move on to something else? How can you transition and leave it all behind? Like, I look at people like the Happy Hobbit who beat Dark Souls 1, 2, and 3 in the same run. If he was hit by any enemy at any point in any of the games, he would have to restart his entire stream from Dark Souls 1 again. What kind of fucking psychopath even attempts that shit? But he did it. Now he works at Build-A-Bear as a shift manager. My point is, challenge is always something that a player should enjoy. How far can I go and what's my limit? But when you actually reach that goal, make sure you leave on a high note and not trap yourself in your own pride. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.